Hey, what up, folks? It is I, Will, with Exposing IWC, and WrestleMania week is over. Another WrestleMania is in the books, and we move on and we push forward. The question is, what did we learn? What do we take away from this weekend? I'll tell you what to take away from it. Uh, if you don't finish strong, people will complain about your show. Doesn't matter what happened before. Doesn't matter how good the matches are on the beginning of the card or the start of the card. If you close with a stinker, people will complain. This is pretty much what happened with AEW recently with the whole Death Rider storyline with Moxley and this nonsense. Doesn't matter what came before. If you end on a stinker, folks will complain. So what happened? Well, John Cena decided to show up there and give a almost a deliberate, hey, I'm gonna take the fun out of this. I told you guys I give you nothing. So I'm come down there. I'm gonna deliberately go through the match, go through the motions. I will do what I need to do. I'll give minimal emotion, and I'll take the joy out of this match. And that's what he did. The man said that he will ruin wrestling, and that's what's happening. The man is ruining wrestling. Now, the issue I'm having with this whole main event is a lack of fun, a lack of interesting twist, and the lack of The Rock. And The Rock needed to be there last night simply because back in the chamber, it was clear that Cena sold his soul to The Rock. And because The Rock is not there, the entire storyline feels empty, incomplete, and just weird. And we're going to be talking about all this crap in this ring. What's up, folks? How you doing? Keenan, David, what's up? Maya, how you doing? Did you enjoy WrestleMania? Night one, what are your scores? For me, night one, again, it ended very strong, so it leaves a good taste in your mouth, right? But overall, night one wasn't very good. It was very meh. I'll give night one, let's see, 6.5. Night two, better show, but it ended in a whimper, leaving you feeling kind of depressed about the whole entire weekend. I'll give night two, I like a one. That's not 8, because the start of it was very good. I'll give like 7.5. Night two. Night two started off very strong. And then we got some matches that were kind of so-so. And then the big show, again, you come for the main event, right? The main event is what puts butts in the seats. Cena, Cody Rhodes, and that was kind of and that was kind of the entire show. Now, the entire weekend was built around the crescendo of Cena, Cody, Rhodes, and it wasn't very good. So 7.5 on night two is pretty good. That's why I give it solid number, but I can't give you any higher than that. The WWE need to remove themselves from The Rock completely. If you can't count on The Rock, unfortunately he's on the board. That's a problem. He's a board member. If you can't count on The Rock to be a part of the creative team and show up for the biggest show of the year, how can you continue to have him involved with CM Punk or Seth or Roman or Cody or Cena or whoever? The man can't bother to be shown. Now, we're assuming he's healthy and fine. If he's not healthy, something came up, dealing with some type of issue, then fine, right? But if he's not healthy, or if he is healthy, he just didn't show up, well, that's a problem. You can't keep putting him in these storylines because the man has not showed up since the chamber. And Cena sold his soul to The Rock. He's not there for Mania. It's a big blunder. Meanwhile, got Travis Scott slowly walking down to the ring. Now, I don't really blame Travis Scott. I mean, he's not like forcing himself into the damn scene here. They're inviting him in here. But the entire situation with Travis Scott slowly walking down to the ring to get involved in the main event, it was silly. It was a joke. It made freaking Cena look dumb. It made freaking Cody Rhodes look like a loser. Cody Rhodes didn't get a receipt on Travis Scott. You should have punched him in the face. I mean, the man slapped the hell out of him, gave him a black eye, and broke his damn eardrum. You would think Cody would get his receipt or do something. It was a mess. Travis Scott of it all, the lack of The Rock, the slow, deliberate pace of the match, the boring nonsense. This is what the fans wanted. You guys wanted Cena? I wanted Cena to win the match, but I thought we'd get some type of fun, maybe bring in Seth Rollins. Maybe there's some type of trick up his sleeve. Maybe have some type of run-ins. I don't know, but I knew the match was going to be good. But I thought the cinema aspect, the fun part of it, would be interesting and compelling, and the story beats would be good. Story beats weren't that great. It's just a very bland, boring main event. And that's unfortunate. Night one was much better. That was a triple threat match that had drama, had good wrestling, and that was a good show. Night two main event is bad. But hey, maybe Cena's onto something. The man said he wanted to ruin wrestling, and that's what he's doing. So, can we be mad? Triple H better start saying no to him. Not Cena, but The Rock is on the board. Only way to say no to him, if you kick him off the board. Kick off the board. Kick off the board. They can't kick him off the board. The Rock has more power than freaking Triple H. Ari Emanuel is The Rock's friend. And Ari Emanuel has the ultimate power here. All right? Triple H is Ari Emanuel's employee. And The Rock and Ari are good old buddies. The Rock is on the board, and The Rock has more power than Triple H. You can say no, and you just have to hope that The Rock will accept that. But if he doesn't, nothing Triple H can do. I mean, this whole entire Travis Scott nonsense with Cena, it's a joke. They got to do a lot tonight. Tonight, they got to do a lot. Because they know, even Cena was joking about it on Pat McAfee's show, they know that the fans are not enjoying what they're seeing, especially last night. So WrestleMania has to be big. That promo tonight from Cena has to be huge, has to make sense, has to say, we have to go into that match, go into the show and say, after hearing Cena's promo, say, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay, I get the direction here. Because without that, boy, this is really, really bad. Wish Vince McMahon can repurchase WWE. And I don't wish Vince McMahon to take back over. I don't know just how much TKO is influencing the creative. They're definitely influencing the advertisement on the mats. A lot of this Netflix integration here. A lot of the celebrities, like all the sports do this, right? All sports, NBA, NFL, all referencing the celebrities. The difference is the celebrities don't get involved. You don't see Taylor Swift throwing footballs, do you? You don't see The Rock out there trying to run the ball in the game, right? In these sports, the players are the players. The celebrities can't get involved because it doesn't make any sense, right? They're not on the team. Whereas with WWE, it's more show business. You have these celebrities and these actors, these celebrities, these musicians, they come and they get involved, like Travis Scott, like these other comedians getting involved with the product. That doesn't happen in sports. In sports, they just show the person sitting courtside. Oh, look at that. Look at Jack Nicklaus. Look at Denzel Washington at the game, right? But you don't see Denzel out there shooting hoops and dribbling the ball, right? That's the difference from the sports or actual sports in WWE. WWE are getting the celebrities involved. I think it's hurting the product, especially with the Travis Scott nonsense. I don't know what it's benefiting. I think they believe Travis Scott has reach as an audience. So if you put him out there, it'll get some views, get some traction. I'm not convinced that it's really helping. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't listen to Travis Scott. Maybe him being there, his fans are watching the product, is helping with advertisements and advertisers. I don't know. You tell me. I think Triple H just chased the money when it comes to The Rock. The 10% chance he's available. The story is written so he can come in and insert himself. I think The Rock I think Triple H hates The Rock. Honestly. Creatively, he hates The Rock. I don't think he likes his story being disrupted. If he had his way, The Rock would be there. I think if he had his way, The Rock would be there. But he can't dictate The Rock's or Dwayne's schedule. So he's kind of screwed. So yeah, the main event was a stinker. Tonight they got to do a lot to rectify the situation. John Cena's promo has to make sense. I don't care if it's Travis Scott out there. I don't care if it's whoever. But it has to. The problem is he's going to make it worse for himself because he said on Pat McAfee's show that he needs to ruin wrestling and he's going to be gone and shut it down, which makes sense for the storyline. But coming off of that stinker, will it be satisfying? I don't know, but it just needs to make sense. Bottom line, makes sense. Because what's happening here is I feel like the honeymoon phase is over with the WWE and Triple H. I think Triple H is feeling the effects of that. You see all these podcasts, people shitting on Triple H and creative. The honeymoon phase is over. He has to help. He has to really pay attention to what he's doing, because if he's upset with what people are saying now, to the point where he's saying the fans need to just shut up and listen, or shut up and watch the product and be a fan, and don't be a critic. Well, if he thinks that now, considering what he's producing, it's going to get a lot worse for him. So I would strongly suggest Triple H hire some damn writers, put your foot down wherever you can with TKO and The Rock, and start trying to make things make sense. And don't Corey Jade make me laugh. They need to put the Hoopers Corey Jade, freaking hilarious. They need to put the Hoopers at the forefront. I think going forward, this will never happen, but there needs to be a creative mandate to keep the old heads out of here. I'm sorry, but the main event should be with the actual talent that are active who can go. I don't want to see The Rock. I don't want to see Cena or The Undertaker or Stone Cold in the main event of WrestleMania. It should be the active roster, the folks that can go, the folks that have been actually wrestling all year, who can actually put on a performance that is up to standard. I'm tired of these old heads coming back. This year, Cena. Before that, it was The Rock. No. Okay, let's keep it active talent versus active talent. Give me Drew McIntyre. Give me freaking Seth Rollins. Give me CM Punk even though he's kind of an old head, at least he's active. I want the talent that are active, not these old heads, the legacy acts coming back for main event. No. The main event should be the superstars that are here. Cody Drew, Cody Seth, Cody freaking Braun Breaker, elevate Braun Breaker. Give me the actual talent that are on the damn card consistently, and stop bringing in the old heads for the main events, because they can't go the same. And we're getting these deliberate, slow-paced, boring matches. No. Let the folks that can actually hoop, elevate them. Elevate the hoopers so they can be in the big stage, so they can be the big stars. Carmelo Hayes, elevate him. Braun Breaker, elevate him. Okay? Stop elevating or bringing back the old heads and saying, oh, it's the big main event between a 50-year-old who can't go anymore. No, it's silly. But Cena's a big name. The Rock's a big name. Stone Cold, all these old heads, they're big names. But I'm telling you, they need to go the direction of giving the fans the younger talent. I don't even mean like super young. I mean like who can actually wrestle now. But stop bringing in the old heads. It's really annoying. They'll do one women's match as always tonight. One more reason for me not to watch the show. Oh, did you get a rundown? I haven't seen the rundown yet. I'm trying to avoid the rundown, actually. So yeah, that's a problem. Besides that nonsense they need to rectify here. Was that oh, it's Stephanie with what's his face from Noah. That's cool. Fuji, that's cool. Okay. Beyond the main event stinking, there's no rundown. Only Cena and Jay is advertised. Oh yeah, guess what? We're gonna open up with Jay. It's just me, Us, day one-ish. We're gonna open up with that for sure. been a hell of a day, even today, with Paul Heyman's going crazy on Pat McAfee, all his comments, the controversy there. Karrion Kross had his promo, a very, very good promo, by the way. He went off on his promo. Very good, very effective. If you haven't watched that, go watch that now. I won't play it here, but this promo that Karrion Kross booked, he produced this promo. Go listen to it. It's very, very good. But a lot of stuff going on here. All right, let's talk about some of these matches on this card. By this card, I mean Mania. Night one, let's see. Let me see if I can go through this really quick. Night one, opener, Jay, Gunther. Already don't know what happened in that damn match. Sorry, Gunther. Sorry, Jay. Kind of already forgot. That's kind of our problem, you know? I know Jay Uso hit his little Uso splash a couple times. Then he tapped Gunther, which was a choice. And it's kind of over. And no one talking about it. Nobody's really talking about it. Let's go to the show. I'm not sure what it shows, but it goes to show. Nobody is talking about Jay winning his match. Not talking about Jelly Roll open up the show. None of that crap. Okay. It happened. He won. And that's that. I remember Gunther hitting him with the title. I remember that. I remember the ending, but that's about it. Jay Champ, good for him. Hopefully this ends. Maybe SummerSlam. I don't want to go as far as SummerSlam, but it's probably what's going to happen. With Seth Rollins being on Raw, there's the thing. We have a draft coming up. I would say that maybe Seth Rollins beats him, but we have a draft. We have to wait to see how things shake out. But Jay Champ is what it is, right? Then we had what? What happened? Tag match, New Day, War Raiders. Nobody cared because there's no storyline. There was no investment there. So the match came and went. They made the right call. They put it on the New Day, who are heels. Bada bing, bada boom. That match happened. What else? What was it after that? Oh, Naomi Jade. That was a good match, right? Naomi Jade was good. Effective. Short, though. Very short. Jay got her win. Knew that was going to happen. Did it hurt Naomi? No, because she's healed. She just turned. There's plenty of stuff they can do with Naomi going forward. But Jade Cargo was always going to get her receipt there. She was always going to win that match. I think Naomi will be fine. But I want to see going forward, because I want to talk about the future here, not just what happened. Everybody talking about what happened with the show. The future, for me, give Naomi the Money in the Bank. That worked well for her there. I like that idea. The match was fine, but it lacked any form of jeopardy. Jay was always going to win. Yep. There was no real... that was obvious, right? He had to win. If he didn't, it would be stupid. So the right call was made, but it was wasn't the best match. It wasn't. Came and went. It happened. What else? Next was after Naomi Jade, which was fine. I think that was probably the shortest match on that night one. Let's see. Yeah, it was. It was the shortest. Oh, take it back. New Day was. Then we had Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. I was not into this match at all. Right outcome. Put it on Fatu, who's a face right now. It's really face versus face because nobody's booing Jacob Fatu. He's over. He won appropriately. That makes sense. Match was fine. We move on. You had El Grande Americano against Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix stepping up for Rey Mysterio. Match came and went. That was a good match. It was fine. Short. That was the shortest match on the card, actually. Makes sense because Rey was filling in for Rey. So Phoenix was just there as a replacement, a short match. Then you had Tiffany, Charlotte Flair. That match 20 minutes. They gave that match 20 freaking minutes. I think it was... There were times in the match, it was clear to me that Charlotte Flair was calling spots. She was directing Tiffany. There was some miscommunication, some sloppiness, but it was a solid match. It wasn't the best. It was nowhere close to Charlotte Flair's match with Rhea Ripley. Nowhere close. But it was serviceable. They had some good moments, but overall, it was kind of disappointing. I expected better from them, honestly, but they just couldn't get on the same page early on. By the time they got on the same page later on, the match kind of over. But it felt like 20 minutes is long. It was 1905, so it wasn't 20 actually, but it's basically 20 minutes. And ultimately, I think the match will be forgotten. I don't think people will be talking about this match going forward. Every Mania, there are matches, there's moments that you remember. I don't believe Tiffany Charlotte Flair will be talked about much at all. Similar to like a Rhea Asuka match happened. I don't think folks will talk about it going forward. Folks will keep talking about Charlotte Rhea Ripley, right? But Charlotte Tiffany, it came and went. And I don't think people will be talking about it much going forward. If Charlotte Flair was calling spots, she was. I thought the match was fine. It wasn't a bad match. I just don't think we'll be talking about it anytime soon. Main event was great. Seth, CM Punk, Paul Heyman. I saw the Paul Heyman turn coming a mile away, but it's fine because it's well executed. It's perfectly fine to have something that predictable happen as long as it's well executed. If it's sloppy and it's kind of poorly done, then that sucks when you know it's coming. But when you watch a movie, you know that the good guys are going to win in the end. Typically, you watch a superhero movie, the superheroes beat the villains. You know it's going to happen, but as long as it is well done, you're going to enjoy it. This is well done, made sense. Paul Heyman kicking them all, well, not kicking them, but giving them the low blow right in the sack to both of them, screwing over CM Punk and Roman Reigns, and joining with Seth. I'm interested to see what Paul Heyman does with Seth Rollins. I think it'll be very, very good creative. Paul Heyman, very much a part of the creative process backstage. I think they have something good planned with Seth and Paul Heyman together. I think they may even recruit some people. Maybe even a Braun Breaker will join them. I like that pairing. Seth is a creative mind. Paul Heyman is a very good creative mind. They're going to have good stuff going forward. Good main event. Enjoyed it. And because the main event was good, people left the show with a good taste in their mouth. Okay, the show was kind of meh. Like Rey Fenix, El Grande Americano, that's a Raw match. Jacob LA Knight, that's like a Raw main event. The New Day versus the War Raiders, that's a Raw match. Like a lot of these matches weren't big and grand. They didn't have like a big match feel, but the main event was solid. So like good main event. Okay, move on to night 2. Now going into night 2, I was very, very excited. And the opening of the match, or the opening of the show, justified my excitement because Io, Bianca, and Rhea Ripley completely killed it. One of the best matches of the year for the women, like across the world, and I would know because I watched everything. I watched what's going on in Japan, so I can tell you that this is one of the best women's matches all year. Where does it fall? I don't know. I'm gonna do my evaluation probably tonight. I'll rank it tonight. I'll post it, so you'll see my ranking for the women's singles matches. I'll call this a singles match because it's 3 singles competitors. So I'm adding in the triple threat. All my matches that I've been evaluating has been one-on-one, but because this is one-on-one, I will add the triple threat into the list. So you'll see where that lands tonight because I'm gonna put it in the list tonight. But great, Io Sky was great, Bianca was great, Rhea Ripley was great. But now that the feud is over, well, kind of is. I think it is gonna be over. The 3-way. My concern, again talking about the future, my concern is the Io Sky's reign. Because we saw what happened when Bayley got her big moment, and she conquered Damage Control, and she took out Io, won the championship, was a babyface, and her reign was trash. I am concerned for Io Sky. I do believe it or not, I do believe that Bianca and Rhea Ripley will be taken away from Io for a bit. And Io will be by herself with her babyface reign, without Bianca and without Rhea. Folks need to remember, they don't like writing for Io. They do not. They had Bianca and Rhea Ripley talking on the mic because their first language is English, so they're comfortable writing for them. They don't like writing for Io. They don't like her cutting English promos. So they had Bianca and Rhea Ripley in the ring talking shit while Io Sky is on the on the outside of the two, right? And she kind of like being disrespected. It's easy to tell that storyline without her talking much. But going forward, without Bianca, without Rhea, her programs have to be her talking more, or you gotta figure out a way to just tell a story where she's still not talking that much in the ring and use subtitles. I am concerned. I am very much concerned for Io Sky's booking going forward, because you can't just go out there every week and say, I am the new champion. You can't do that every week without Bianca and Rhea Ripley arguing. We saw what happened last year with her reign as a heel. It was Dakota Kai and Bayley, right? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? So, be prepared for Io to have like a Lyra reign. Right now, Lyra Valkyria, she's a face, she's champion, great in the ring, but there's no really compelling storylines. That might be Io. Just be prepared. Becky's back. Becky going to have a lot of mic time, a lot of storytelling time. What's happening with Becky and Bayley and Liv and that dynamic, that's going to get some time. We don't know what's going to happen with Rhea Ripley, but she's going to get time as well, right? If Io is separate from that, I am concerned for her reign. That being said, I'm happy for her. There were a lot of Joshis in the crowd, which I was happy about, because I said, if Io was going to win, I want all the Joshis to be there, right? Because I want them to say, hey, oh, look, the woman that I admire just won, the big one. I can do it too, right? And you see people like Hazuki, who came up with Io Shirai in Queen's Quest. Wow, Io Sky did it. I watched her win. That's crazy. Got Azumi, who also was in Queen's Quest with Io Shirai. Look at her shirt with Bianca, Io, and Rhea Ripley on it. Oh, look, my idol, somebody I look up to, won on the big stage. I can do that too. You got freaking Starlight Kid there with the Rhea Ripley, Bianca, Io shirt. She saw that, and she's a hell of a talent. You know, you see this talent there, see their friend win, and you think, I can do that. So I'm happy about that for multiple reasons. I'm happy for Io, and I'm happy for that representation on screen for them, and maybe you get more talent like like Azumi, and Starlight Kid coming, you know, that'd be great. But I'm just concerned for her reign. Very, very concerned for her reign. You know? WWE not having Rhea Ripley take the pin is giving they're not gonna go through with her character arc. We'll see tonight, because best believe Rhea Ripley will talk on the mic tonight. So we'll see what she says. I'll hold out for now, because the pre-Mania interview she had, she's very much saying that it's on me. It's my fault. I took the eye off the ball. What she says in interviews sound very, very good. When she's on screen, she flips out and crashes out. I think it's very possible that they push her back to more of the face realm, not this whole spoiled child angry realm. It's very possible that she is more, she takes more responsibility for her actions and for the loss tonight. And we'll see if Bianca's on the show. We'll see how she handles it. And that'll be the direction going forward. So we'll wait and see. This is the start of the new year. By new year, I mean the new season of wrestling for WWE. New storylines, new directions. We'll see tonight what Rhea Ripley says, and then I'll judge it. But maybe they'll take her into an interesting direction. I don't know, but we'll see. You know? Kathy Kelly has been training as of late in the Performance Center. She's been involved in promo classes and in-ring training for some time now. The idea would be potentially using Kelly in a manager type role should the company go in that direction. Oh, Kathy Kelly getting down in the ring. Oh, getting down in the ring. You're working on her in-ring. Interesting. Kind of like what Samantha Irvin wanted to do. That is exactly what Samantha Irvin wanted to do. But then again, Kathy Kelly was not a ring announcer. They wanted Samantha Irvin in that spot. Interesting. See how that goes. kind of want Bianca to stay on Raw and not go back to Naomi Jade stuff. I think the draft would shake all that stuff out. A lot of people are saying, oh, this person has to go back to there. This person has to go back to there. They don't remember that a month after Mania, we got the draft. So we're going to get a big shakeup with NXT talent coming up and all that stuff. I do believe that Bianca Belair will be on Raw. I do believe that. But I could be wrong. I don't know. That's what we have the draft. My suggestion for Io Sky, which was it's probably not going to happen, but my thought process I had was maybe tonight she comes out there. You just immediately give her a new direction, a new storyline. Goes out there to celebrate, and Kairi Sane makes a return. You have Kairi Sane go and hug Io Sky. They share an embrace, and then bam, back fist from Kairi Sane. I believe the Io Sky Kairi Sane match should probably happen. Kairi Sane's been talking about being more of a singles competitor and challenging for the belt. Give them a very, very good storyline with Io Sky, her friend. They have chemistry. They have a relationship. That could work. Now, will they want to write for that? Probably not. Will it be a lot of backstage vignettes and subtitles? Probably. Will they be in the background? Probably, because they won't be in the ring cutting promos. It'll be a lot of subtitle stuff. But it's something. I'm just concerned with her reign. You can give her like a Liv Morgan, or you can wait until the draft. Give her Nia Jax. Haven't seen that, have we? Have we seen a Nia Jax Io Sky match or like a feud of any kind? Probably no, not really. There's stuff to do. Again, call it for NXT. You got Jordan Grace coming up. You got Grace. You got maybe Fallon Henley coming up. Fatal Influence. That's a heel team there. There's stuff to do. Either way, I'm just concerned. With Io. Bianca Belair, I turned her heel, not because she's getting booed, because I simply believe that Triple H likes booking heels to get better creative. So I just do that. Do that, pull the trigger, get heel Bianca, keep Rhea Ripley a face, and just do that. I'm more excited about her being a heel with this creative team than a face. They should do heel Kairi. I agree. Now, Kairi fans will say no. Kairi is a babyface, and she shouldn't turn. Know who else said that? Liv Morgan fans. Every year I said they should turn to Liv heel. No, Liv is a babyface. Naomi fans. Hey, they should turn Naomi heel. No. Naomi's a babyface. I won't boo Naomi. She can't be a heel. I'm telling you, Kairi Sane as a heel versus Io Sky can be compelling because of that chemistry, because of that relationship, because of that history. It could work. But I'm just concerned with her reign. But we'll see. It's probably going to be bad, but that's what history tells me. I don't even know how I would handle a Bianca Belair on SmackDown, going back to that feud with Naomi and Jade. There's time to do it, because I do believe she's going back to SmackDown, and it's not a draft until maybe May, maybe not late May, but mid to late May. We'll get a draft. So there's a couple of weeks of SmackDown for her to be on that show, interacting with Naomi and Jade. We'll see what comes of it. We'll see. What else happened? I forgot about the rest of the show. Been running my mouth about Bianca, Rhea Ripley, and Io. Drew McIntyre, Damon Priest, a good match. Drew wins. Happy for Drew. I believe Drew McIntyre needs to be pushed in 2025, like legitimately pushed. I want him to be champion. He deserves it. He's over like a rover with the crowd, even as a heel. He does great work social media. It's time to give him an opportunity. I would do Drew against Roman Reigns at some point. Drew, CM Punk, not CM Punk. We've done that already. And Drew, Cody Rhodes, Drew, Roman Reigns, stuff like that. Give Drew some stuff to do. He deserves it. Great match, I thought. Dom winning, great decision. Crowd turned on the behalf of Dom. We had a really, really weird crowd last night. It was very much a WrestleMania crowd where, hey guys, let's all go against the grain. We'll cheer for Dom. We'll boo Bianca like the other people have been doing. We'll cheer for Cena. It was very much a WrestleMania weird, wonky Twilight Zone crowd. Will that continue with Dom? I think so. I think it will. Dom got cheered. He will continue to get cheered. He'll very much. I think they're gonna do the whole lie, cheat, and steal thing. He will go in the direction of Eddie Guerrero. I think he'll be the lovable heel that cheats, and that's what he'll do. He'll get cheered for it. I think so. Heel Bianca versus Tiffany. Yeah, that'd be very, very good. I agree. That work well. That work well. Yes. Tiffany needs to continue to work on her face stuff, but that'd be good. I don't think she should because she's going to overshadow both of them. Who? Bianca will overshadow Naomi and Jade. What to me? That's what you mean. Let's move on to the next match. Oh, by the way, Braun Breaker was great in that match. By the way, next match: Randy Orton and Joe Hendry. I like the surprise. I'm happy with Joe Hendry being in the match. It didn't have to be like a real opponent, like a real long match. That wasn't part of the plan. Would have gotten a banger. The plan was to give a banger with KO and Randy Orton. That could not happen, unfortunately. So they went this route. A fun, quick match. It makes sense. Good for Joe Hendry. I got no complaints by that. I mean, it was an unfortunate situation. A very, very unfortunate situation with KO. So you do what you got to do. Have a fun moment. A memorable moment. Like I said before, it's all about moments. You're going to remember Joe Hendry, Randy Orton, that moment. Fun stuff. We move on. Like, it's solid stuff. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not going to complain. And the next match, Logan Paul, AJ Styles. Yeah, very, very slow. Got these two great athletes. And they have this whole deliberate, slow pace. I don't know why they're doing that. Why going this slow pace when you have these type of athletes? I don't get it. Very, very disappointing. Should have been better. Yeah, AJ Styles and Mania. The Mania matches are not great. Not his fault, but just not great. The whole drone thing was unnecessary. I like the thinking outside the box with the drone, but it didn't help the match. It didn't help it at all. Yeah, kind of disappointing. Logan Paul will keep getting these spots, but I think the production didn't help him. The producers need help. So I don't think it's his fault what happened. I think the producers just didn't work it out well. But that's what that was. Tag match, Lyra, Becky, Liv, and Raquel. Now, I have some stuff to say about Becky Lynch real quick. Becky Lynch showed up on Mania and won a belt. Do I have a problem with that? No. Just like I don't have a problem with Charlotte Flair showing up and winning a belt as long as it makes sense for the story. Bayley got screwed here, which is unfortunate. But as long as the storyline here works out well, we have a story between Becky, Bayley, Lyra, something there creatively, then it makes sense, and I'm fine with it. If she just got pulled because she got pulled, then I hate this direction. Because why hasn't Becky Lynch been here? If this is a plan all along, and apparently it was a plan all along, why didn't she just come back earlier, have Becky and Lyra do the gauntlet match? Like, why pull her unless there's a storyline here? Will Becky Lynch turn heel ultimately? And we find out that she attacked Bayley? Okay, cool. But it better be good. Because if not, what the hell are we doing here? It doesn't make any sense here. So hopefully tonight, we'll get like a clear direction where we're going here. We'll give like a moment for Bayley to have like some type of moment, some type of promo, some type of segment which says, hey, I got attacked. What the hell happened? I don't know, something that shows that they have a plan. But without that, I'm like, what are we doing here with Bayley and Becky here? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, the report was that it's planned out. So, okay, it's planned. So this was known in advance. But why? The story better be good. The story better be good. It better make sense. Yeah. Was Liv losing her title part of the bigger story they were telling or trying to tell? I feel like they should have had Liv and Raquel retain. It was cool to see Becky back, but now they could have handled it a bit different. I thought Liv and Raquel were going to retain at first for some reason. I had this idea in my head that Becky was going to turn on Lyra after the match. But once I saw the entrance, saw her come out, I thought to myself, Becky has to win this match. If not, they better have an amazing angle because this match is happening right before the main event. So to have Becky come out and then lose, that'd be very, very weird. Unless there's this amazing angle where Becky Lynch loses, she turns and attacks Lyra Valkyria. But even then, that's a weird beat to head into Mania. Main event is a very, very, very weird beat to do that off of. But once I saw the entrance, she's winning. They have to win. Nothing else makes sense. You gotta have the baby faces win here. I thought it was interesting that they took the belt off of Liv and Raquel so quickly. Like a 9-minute match, very short. It was weird. It was weird. I thought Liv Morgan deserved better, sure. I thought they deserved a longer match. They've had better matches than this. Liv and Raquel against Io and Dakota Kai was awesome. Liv and Raquel against Bianca and Jade Cargill was awesome. They've had bangers recently, so I thought this would be a banger too, but it wasn't a banger. It was a letdown, and that's unfortunate. Like, why would you have bangers on Raw, but you have a short, like a bland match at Mania? I thought this match was very disappointing. Maybe even more disappointing than Logan Paul and AJ Styles. Maybe even more disappointing. Rusev might return tonight, Thomas. He might return tonight. Yeah, Liv got a match, but she got let down this Mania season. Same with Bayley, same with Nia Jax. I don't think enough people are talking about Nia Jax. Oh, she got royally screwed. She was royally screwed. Did a lot of great work. Had a lot of good matches with Rhea Ripley, putting people over, being a heel, getting a lot of heat from the crowd. Got left off completely. I feel bad for her. She was champion. It's not like she was given nothing all year, but I felt she deserves a spot. Should have did Tiffany against Nia Jax in Mania. Do Bianca, Charlotte Flair somehow, right? New EO one-on-one with Rhea Ripley. Now I say that knowing we got a great match. Like, I know we got a great match from EO, Bianca, and Rhea Ripley. So do I want to take that away? No, because I've seen it. Without seeing the match creatively, doing Bianca, Charlotte, Nia, Tiffany, Rhea Ripley, EO makes all the sense in the world. But now that I've seen the triple threat match, I don't want to take it away. I don't want to take it away from myself. Now that I've seen that great match. So it is what it is. And I already talked about the main event, which was a letdown. So yeah, going forward, we need Io Sky to have a legitimate reign. I doubt what happens. We need a good explanation tonight from Cena to make it all make sense. A very, very good breakdown of his future goals, and how he's going to handle his reign. I want to see a good promo segment from Seth and Paul Heyman. I think we'll get it. I'm confident we'll get that. What else we need to see in the future? The Becky Lyra stuff. They're going to head down to NXT for the title defense against Gigi and Alan Henley. I'm sorry. Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan. So we're going to get a legitimate run here. I'm hopeful that the Bayley storyline will make sense, and Bayley will get a chance to really cook in a storyline with Becky and Lyra that's good. But I don't know. Roxanne, people think that Roxanne might have attacked Bayley. That didn't really click for me because Roxanne is now feuding with Stephanie Vaquer. I think what's happening here is, you gotta remember, the draft is in like 3 weeks. So there's storylines that need to happen before the draft. I think the Backlash storylines will be set up. That'll be ignoring the draft. So the draft would be in effect after Backlash. And after and before the draft, there's a feud with Stephanie and Roxanne. So that match has to happen before the draft or after the draft, and then the draft goes into effect. So there's storylines that need to happen before the draft. That's all I'm trying to say. So Roxanne, Stephanie, that's storyline. Are you gonna do Roxanne Bailey before the draft? I don't think so. I think that's after the draft you do that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But here's a question. You had a guess. Who defends at Backlash? Who defends? Tiffany or Io? I'm gonna guess Tiffany. I think Tiffany defends at Backlash and Io defends at Money in the Bank. It's a guess. I don't know. I'm gonna guess. Maybe to do Tiffany Nia Jax because that's before the draft. I think the draft will go into effect after Backlash. So you have Tiffany and Nia Jax on SmackDown. You do that one-on-one. Because I don't think they ever had a one-on-one match, did they? Tiffany. Cage match. On SmackDown they did? Was it a legitimate one-on-one without any shenanigans? Let's see. That's a pretty good cage match rating for Tiffany. Pretty good. Not that I care because it doesn't really matter. Cage match ratings do not matter, folks. It does not matter. Let's see. Tiffany versus. Where the hell you see Nia at? See 2025. Where's the cash in? Where's the cash in? Show me the cash in. Power Chains cash in, right? There it is. By DQ. By DQ. Folks, was not a definitive win. Which means we may get a Tiffany Nia Jax match at Backlash, especially if you're trying to cement Tiffany as a face. Having her pin Nia Jax could be huge. That match ended with a DQ. So we get Tiffany Nia Jax maybe at Backlash. That could work well. That could work well. So I'm gonna guess Tiffany for Backlash, and then I'll put Io at Money in the Bank because Triple H likes to stagger the women's title defenses. Let's stagger it until SummerSlam. So it'd be Tiffany, then Io, Tiffany, then Io, Tiffany, then Io, then SummerSlam. Imagine if Gigi and Tatum appear on Raw tonight. Do you think that happens? No. Well, wait. Where's time out? Where's NXT? Is NXT in Las Vegas? Because I do believe we're going to get a lot of NXT talent tonight. That's what happened last year. Remember last year we got Roxanne and Ilya Dragunov? I think this year we could get Stephanie on the card for tonight or Sol Ruka. Those are my guesses. We're going to get a Stephanie match or a Sol Ruka match tonight. And for the men, we may see Obafemi. Because last year we got NXT surprises. So this year we might get NXT surprises. They are in Las Vegas. So there's a good chance that the NXT talent are still there. They didn't go home, so they're still there. So yes, you can see Gigi and Hidden Pass tonight. That'd be cool. We'll probably have them backstage. So after we'll see Becky and Lyra backstage, and Gigi and Tatum walk up. That's very, very likely. I'm hoping to see a Stephanie or a Sol Ruka tonight. Maybe Obafemi. That's what they did last year. That's what they did last year. What else can we see? Omos? Dare I say Omos tonight? Nah, probably not. Jordan Grace. That's another option. Jordan Grace, Stephanie, or Soruka, I think, on the card tonight. Some type of NXT talent. One of them. Obafemi, maybe. The young OG, maybe. We'll get an NXT talent from the men and from the women. Will Bianca Belair have a segment with Rhea Ripley? I think it's possible we'll get a Bianca Rhea Ripley segment somehow. We'll definitely get EO stuff. We'll get EO with Damage Control. We'll get EO in Dakota Kai. Because Dakota Kai is her shadow. Dakota Kai is her shadow on the show. Of course, Seth and Paul Heyman. That's probably be a big moment with Jey Uso coming down to the ring to open up the show. We'll open with the eating for sure. We'll open with eating. What else can happen tonight? Jada Parker was crying last night during Lyra's entrance. Was she? Send me that clip on Twitter, please. Zarya may not be far behind. That'd be cool to see Zarya on the show as well. That is a feud that's happening. That's coming. The Soruka Zarya thing that's gonna come. I think it'll slow play that. It won't happen right away. Not right away. It'll be like a slow burn to that feud. I think Zarya will probably dethrone her. Maybe. I think Zarya will be the next champion, probably. So but Soruka will have a legitimate run. A legit run with that belt. She deserves it. She's Soruka 2 belts. Oh yeah, Soruka Dakota. That'd be a good match tonight. That'd be a good showcase tonight for Soruka Dakota Kai. Let's see. So beyond that, I mean, you're gonna have a New Day segment as champs. The New Day as new champs, right? Where is my... Oh. That's what's happening. You'll get the New Day tonight. Right? You're going to get the New Day. Look at Rob getting the EST retweet. Look at Rob getting that the EST retweet. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sure he's freaking out right now. Yeah, this look was great. It was a great look. Great look. From Bianca Belair. What else should happen tonight? Let's see. How about Jay? I talked about Seth. Yeah, she follows him. I know. He does. Fraxim have a match. Another good call. You can see Fraxim on the show tonight. I definitely feel like a surprise that we could get tonight. Fraxium. Look out for that. That could happen tonight. What will be the main event tonight? Yes, the main event. Yes, the main event. Probably Jay involved. Something involving Jay. Jay will go out there, get the Yeet session going. Somebody interrupt him. Someone interrupt him, and then that'll be the main event. Jay versus who can he beat? That'd be fine. Like they won't be buried from it. Jay versus Finn Balor, something like that. Oh, Cena will be the main event promo? That makes sense. That makes sense. You open up with Jay, have a Cena promo to close the show, but what will be the main event match? Something Judgment Day? Yeah, probably. We'll see. Hopefully it's not like a typical tag match, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Fraction is definitely getting called up. Definite call up for the draft. Anything else that I wanted to bring up here? Apparently Bianca Belair has like a finger injury. I hope it's not that serious. I hope it's not that serious. Her finger injury or her finger scare she had. This would be the New Day. Will Bailey show up tonight? Oh, she's there. She's there. She can go home. She's there. For sure she shows up. I saw this moment between Bianca and Rhea Ripley. They love each other, man. They really do. The hug and they ran off the screen. Oh, let's go. We're being videoed. Bianca was crying after the match. Very emotional. That is my match of the week. From an in-ring standpoint, Bianca, Io, Rhea Ripley, that was the match of the weekend for me. From an in-ring standpoint. I thought the main event of night 1 had the story beats and the cinema, but from strictly in-ring, Bianca, Rhea Ripley, Io was the match. Was the match of the weekend. I was so proud of them. I was so proud, man. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, it's not on screen. I was about to say. Okay, you don't think it's serious? Good. Will Becky and Lyra retain tomorrow? Definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely they retain. Most definitely. WrestleMania sucked overall. Snooze fest. That sucks. Don't tell Triple H. Don't tell Hunter. He will tell you to shut up and just watch the product. I don't think it sucked overall. I just thought it was it should have been better. It should have been better and it wasn't. There you get an impromptu match with Lyra and Liv for the IC title. Oh yeah, that could work. Now that Liv is without the tag belts, they could push her in singles against Lyra. That's a likely feud. Joe Hendry, I thought he handled himself well. I thought it was a fun moment, and I'm happy for him. I'm legitimately happy for him. That's a big spot. There's some dumb people who say he got buried. Are you crazy? The man had a match with Randy Orton at Mania. That's just stupid talk. Just stupid talk. Nonsense. Does EO retain? Do you see more Joshies heading over stateside? That's my hope. There are a lot of Joshies there. A lot of Joshies were there. People like Azumi, Starlight Kid, Shuri, Suzuki, Momo Watanabe was there. Nazuko Toro was there. I'm hopeful to see that and say, you know what? Let me try out the WWE. Let me challenge myself. I don't gotta go to AEW. Let me try this route, you know? Momo Natsuko Tora is there. Mizuki. Azumi. Alright, Kid. Shuri. They're all there, you know? Watch their friend EO win the big one. That is something to inspire to. So maybe it works out. I think Rhea Ripley, Bianca, and EO main event night 1. Seth Roman Punk main event night 2. That would have worked better for the show. That would have left a positive impression on the fans. Because you close strong is always better for the show. Always better to close strong than to even open strong. You know? Charlotte Flair said that her Money in the Bank match in 2021 was better than her Mania 39 match. Interesting. I haven't seen that match in a while. I remember it being very, very good. That Money in the Bank match with Rhea Ripley, I remember it being very, very good. It probably is better. I gotta go back and watch that. I gotta go back and watch that match. It was very, very good though. I think Finn Balor will betray Dom later after last night. I think it's gonna happen too. You won't be able to handle it. You can't deal with that disappointment watching Dom win the belt. Even wait, do not play that because that will be a copyright for sure. I keep forgetting to hide my screen when this videos keep popping up because it definitely will give me flagged. Finn Balor. Look what he posted. He already posted this. He feels betrayed. Stomping out Dom. He feels betrayed. He feels let down. His moment was stolen. He pinned him. Dom literally pinned him. Oh, here's something to talk about. The Judgment Day might be over tonight. The Judgment Day might collapse. Literally collapse tonight. We could be seeing the end of the Judgment Day as we know it to start the new season. That could be a very good story beat tonight to kick off the rest of the year. The crumbling and the disintegration of the Judgment Day tonight. That could happen. Finn versus Dom. I see feud. Yeah, I see that. They get feud over the title. Rosemary versus JC Jane was announced. The TNA girls are enjoying their matches with NXT talent. That's for sure. They're enjoying it. It's a good partnership. No, the WWE will not be buying TNA. That's not happening. Calm down. The reaction to the WWE buying AAA was hilarious. Oh, they're going to buy Marigold. They're going to buy TNA. It's not happening. If they're going to buy TNA, that would have happened a minute ago. By minute, I mean a long time ago. Ain't happening. All right? There's a picture of Bayley at the airport. Bayley's a Raw superstar. I guess she's heading out. Oh, Bayley at Raw tonight. Well, she was attacked, I guess. So they're playing on the fact that she got attacked. So that's the storyline. We'll see what happens for her in the future. I'm not worried for her. She's fine. Y'all saw that freaking tweet that Mercedes Moné put out there? Sasha was tripping tonight. Well, not tonight, but that night. That's contract tampering. Let's see. There is no such thing as contract tampering, but if there was, this is it. Okay. Did she delete it? No, she didn't. It's still here. This is a clear. He's saying, hey, Bayley, you, phone, money. That's a hey. I'm an AW. That's what that's saying. She can deny it, but that's what it's saying. According to Tony Khan, that's contract tampering by an employee. Now, there's no such thing as contract tampering in pro wrestling. There's no agreed upon CBA between promotions, so it doesn't exist. This isn't the NFL or the NBA, all right? So it's not a thing. But according to Tony Khan, according to him, there is contract tampering. So this would be wrong by his logic, right? She's funny. Bayley's under contract. She's not going anywhere. She ain't going nowhere. There's no way Dom and Liv will split up. I agree. They're not splitting up. No way. Hey, this is cool. This is awesome. The real ones know. This is Megan Bain, Julia, and Tekla. They were all in Stardom. Tekla was in DDM with Julia. That's Julia's faction. I don't think Megan Bayne was ever in DDM, but they had a feud. Julia and Megan Bayne had a very, very good feud, and they reunited in Las Vegas. That's nice. At some hotel. Who knows what hotel it says? That's cool. Tekla, Megan Bayne, Julia. Awesome to see. So cool. So the triple threat matches were the highlights of Mania. The men's triple threat main event of Stand Deliver, the men's triple threat main event of night 1, and the women's opener for night 2 were the 3 best matches on the show for the weekend for the WWE. So all triple threats. Now I love triple threat matches. Triple threat matches are my favorite match type. I love the cool interactions in the ring, the cool sequences, the innovative stuff. This always entertaining when done well. When well produced, triple threat matches are always very, 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 very good to watch. Very pleasing to the eye. And this weekend proved it. When you have good producers, triple threat matches are always very, very good. Did you put it in my top 10? It's going to happen. I'm doing it tonight. I'm putting it in the top 10 tonight once I do my breakdown. I have my system, how I rank the matches. I'll watch it. I'll go through the match how I usually do. And tonight I'll post my new list for the top 10. It's going to be on the list for sure. I know that. It'll be on the list. Where? I don't know. Probably top 3 somewhere. Maybe number 1. We'll see once I go through the match tonight again. I'm going to watch it again tonight. I'll evaluate it and I'll update the ranking. Because I already know I got to update it to put on one of these matches. I forgot which one. I think Athena Mercedes Moné made the cut, but I haven't updated it yet. So tonight I'll update it, and this will be adjusted. It'll probably end up somewhere in the top 3. We'll see if it's 1, 2, or 3. I think Mercedes Athena was like 9, but I don't remember. So I'll update this tonight. I have to update it again after All-Star Grand Kingdom. That show is going to be crazy. That show is nuts. That's going to be this weekend. This weekend. You're going to get TNA show, Rebellion. You're going to get Stardom show. So yeah, that's going to be huge. List is going to change. For sure, that list is going to change big time after next week. Because these matches, I'm telling you, the caliber of these matches are ridiculous next week. Insane. Look at this freaking card, man. If you know, you know. Pam, Saya, Starlight Kid, Azumi, Shuri, Mai Iwatani. I mean, even Maika Hashimoto, Suzu, and Sarah Mehi. These are all matches that have the potential to make the cut. Like 1, 2, 3, 5 of these matches, I believe, could potentially be on the card. When I said the card, I mean my list, the card. Potentially can make the cut. It's crazy. Do you have a subscription to Stardom World? I sure do. In the future, could TNA create an international title for the Knockouts? They shouldn't, because unfortunately, there's not enough knockouts right now. They don't have enough knockouts, which is why they're borrowing NXT talent. What do you think of the main event of night 2? Here, I talked about it earlier. It was unfortunate, bad. Uh, Rock let them down. Triple H let them down. It was a mess. It was a boring, deliberate match where the outcome was predictable, but the execution and the story beats were not great. It was unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah, I saw the Joshis that went there. Talked about it already. We had a lot of women from Stardom show up for the show on night 2 to watch EO. Hopefully they're inspired by that. Los Angeles is getting Money in the Bank, along with that AAA Worlds Collide show. So Worlds Collide shows happening on the same day, so that's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, Karrion Kross, that thing was amazing. That promo was fantastic. It was a special promo.
Shortcut. Feels so good to be here. Feels so good to be in the business, thinking about all of the funerals that I wasn't able to attend for the last 11 years in this business, all of the holidays I missed. You know, I could have just started a YouTube channel, could have just jumped in there with AJ Styles. Feels really good, right? It's awesome. It's really good.
Do you guys know we have 25 years combined experience, and what are we doing on Mania?
Well, they know because they're normal human beings, and they actually love professional wrestling, but apparently that doesn't mean shit anymore. That doesn't mean shit. All I asked Alan to do was for once to not think about just himself. Think about everybody in the back and think about the professional wrestling fans. That's all I wanted him to do. Sometimes to do the right thing, you have to do the wrong thing. But he's a narcissist and he had to do it his way. Hey, Alan, how many more WrestleManias do you have in your system? Probably, I don't know, one, maybe it's just the last one, and you just pissed that away. For what? For what? For your way? Thanks a lot, bud. I really appreciate it. You want to know what the best advice I ever got? It was from Bill Goldberg. 2021, back when I was in the Twilight Zone, you know what I mean? I'm wrestling for gasoline. It was awesome. Let me tell you all about it. Bill goes, hey, Kross, you know what? You remind me a lot of me. I go, I think we have different styles, Bill, but I really appreciate that. Do you have any advice for me? He goes, you know what? You just got to be a good soldier. A good soldier is what he said. So I decided to be a good soldier. You know what happened? They released me. And then I come back. You know what being a good soldier gets you, everybody here? Just so in case you're wondering, you want the back scoop here. Being a good soldier gets your times cut. Being a good soldier means that people come up to you and say, hey, you got any great ideas? Yeah, here it is from Scarlet. No. That's a little too great. We're looking just for good ideas. That's for those guys over there. That's what being a good soldier is, okay? Being a good soldier is coming to your hometown where you cut your teeth, where you got started, and not being on the card. It's all about viral moments now. That's what it's all about, viral moments. Well, Guy, everybody's been telling me that I got to become undeniable. And as soon as it happens, they ignore it and they shut it down. I never asked to wrestle Randy. I never asked. That happened organically, and you ignored it for a viral moment. And good on Joe. Nothing against him. But you ignored it. And the crowd told you exactly how they felt about me on SmackDown when I was eliminated. And you ignored it. Become undeniable. My ass. My ass. You want a viral moment? On behalf of all of the true fans of professional wrestling, Guy with the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself. That's from Killer Kross. No, fuck it.
Besides having a great promo, a great part of this was Scarlett's reaction. Her reaction to his promo sold it. At the end, kind of like trying to get him to stop. Like, stop. Like, very, very believable. Very well executed by these two. And her reaction was fantastic here. It made it seem believable. I was very impressed. I was very impressed with this execution here. It was great. It was great. Her face was like, dude, stop. It was very, very well done. Very, very good. I was taken aback by how well he did that. I was He's getting pushed. I like Karrion Kross. He's impressing. He's been impressing. So I would be completely on board with them getting pushed. Io Sky's family was there. They sure were. I believe they told her ahead of time. I'm convinced. Her family wasn't there last year, but they were this year. I believe that they tell some of the talent ahead of time, hey, this might be a good time for you to invite your family over here. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know. I think so. I think they give the talent the heads up early on, but they know that their family won't be disappointed when they show up for a loss. But maybe I'm crazy. Whatever happens next, we did it our way. Proud to stand beside a man who never plays it safe. Well done. Folks are talking. They're talking about Karrion Kross, so good for him. Good for him. They all had their families, yes. But Bianca's family always showed up. Rhea's family showed up plenty of times. This is the first time Io's family showed up from Japan. I believe they told her I believe they gave her the heads up. Io, you're winning. Might be a good time to bring over your fam. Could be wrong. If Sol Ruka was Dakota Kai's, if it is Sol Ruka versus Dakota Kai tonight, Bayley may be ringside for Dakota, and Zarya may be ringside cheering on Sol. Yeah, that'd be cool to see. I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be cool. Any questions about WrestleMania or anything else? Oh, what a sweet tweet that is from Stephanie McMahon. That's lovely. That's wholesome content, right? Any other questions about anything? Probably in the stream in about 10 minutes. As soon as Lyra and Becky walk into NXT tomorrow, all NXT female tag teams, including Sol and Zarya, will have their eyes on those tag titles. Yeah. It'd be fun to see what happens. Now, some of those women, a lot of them are in TNA. Lash and Jakara are trying to get those knockout belts. Same with, I think even Gigi and Tatum are in TNA trying to get those tag belts. At Rebellion, it's gonna be a fatal 4-way. A fatal 4-way at Rebellion for the tag titles. So Gigi and Tatum have two chances to get the belts. Two. They announced that tag match recently. They have double the chance to win tag belts. I think they'll fail on both accounts. They will fail on both accounts. Now, it's actually possible. I think it's possible that one of the NXT talents could win the knockout tag belts. I think it's possible. Will it happen? Probably not, but I think it's possible. For the first time, there's a chance that an NXT tag team could win the belts from TNA. Where is the damn... Come on, the match card was posted. Where's the damn visual of the match? Come on, where is it? Oh, Lash and Jakara against Spitfire and against Ash and Heather by Elegance and Gigi and Tatum. Oh, there it is, found it. I scrolled long enough. Rebellion. They should bring back the triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier format, since those should be in like 2-3 weeks. Money in the Bank? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Those matches were cooked. Those matches really, really cooked. I love those matches. They had stakes. I'm all about matches that have stakes. Why do we care to watch it? Oh, there's a opportunity for the winner. Great, do that. I think it's possible we could get a title change. The only problem here is Ash and Heather just recently won the belts, so they'll probably retain. Ash and Heather will probably retain. But we have a crossover match here on Rebellion. Now the actual match that's going to be they're going to result in a title change will be Tessa Blanchard against Masha Slamovich, because I'm convinced it is over for Masha. They're putting the belt on the Blanchard. One they call Tessa Blanchard winning that belt at Rebellion. I'd be shocked if anything other than that happens. Shocked. Not gonna wait until Slammiversary. They're not gonna wait for that. It'll be Rebellion. Tessa Blanchard, your new champ. So get ready for the Tessa Blanchard reign, and once she gets the belt, she's popping over on NXT. We're definitely gonna get NXT talent against her on TNA, but I would not be surprised if she popped over on NXT show eventually. You're the champ. There's a relationship. If the WWE are going to have a real relationship with TNA, they cannot keep the champion off TV, off their programming. Because eventually they'll say, hey, Tessa Blanchard, new champion, could you come on NXT? If they say no, it's going to be a problem. Eventually, Tessa Blanchard will pop up on NXT TV. And we'll see how the fans react. We'll see how the NXT fans will react to Tessa Blanchard. Let's see. Anything else? About 5 more minutes. Hopefully, Raw is great tonight. Again, Cena needs to explain himself. Got to explain himself tonight. Hopefully that happens. We need a good explanation from John Cena, so we won't be that disappointed about the outcome of the show last night. Yes, they're going to be on her ass for sure. You're getting a racist chance now in TNA. You're getting a racist chance then. Probably happened also. Julia and Konami from WrestleMania weekend. Nice to see. The Joshis were there to watch Io and hang out with Julia and all that stuff. It was great to see. Great to see. Meanwhile, Tam Nakano in Japan getting ran over by Sai Kamitani. Check this out. These girls are having too much fun. Tam getting ran over by Saya Kamitani. And she jumped on the car, but it's still hilarious. I got hit. They are having a blast with this damn reign, or this damn feud. It'll be over next week when Tam loses to Saya Kamitani for the final time, and Tam will retire. But it's this hilarious. Hilarious. Will Damian Priest get his win back against Drew later on? Is it probably in that damn feud? But it's possible. I don't know though. Possible, but I don't know. 5 more minutes, folks. Look at these matches, folks. Do you guys agree with this? Yeah, do you guys agree? Backlash. Now, talk about slow and deliberate matches. This is going to be a slow-ass match. Randy is already slow-paced with wrestling now. It's going to be very, very slow. Then Cena Punk, potentially at Money in the Bank. This doesn't sound right to me. Not at Money in the Bank. Not at Money in the Bank. Backlash, this match is going to happen for sure. Money in the Bank, nah. That doesn't ring true to me. But we'll see. But this match definitely happening at Backlash for sure. This I'm not sure. Are we gonna get boring, slow matches? Unfortunately, probably. Boy, this is what the fans wanted. You're getting it. You're getting Cena saying he's going to ruin wrestling. Are we gonna get boring, bland? Now, some people think it's on purpose. Like the match was boring and bland on purpose because he said he's gonna ruin wrestling. So I'm gonna ruin wrestling. So you know what? My matches are gonna stink. That's a bold, creative direction. To intentionally have boring, bland matches, I hate that direction. It's a choice. It's a choice, for real. That's a choice. I hate that choice. I'm hopeful that they're not trying to have bland, boring matches for the sake of saying, hey, I'm going to ruin wrestling. Hopefully that's not the case. You know? Bad on purpose, and all right. I've seen enough Travis Scott for a lifetime. No more Travis Scott for me. No more. No more Travis Scott. He's over here scrolling. Bad on purpose, I know, right? Hey, it's supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be bad, guys. That's the whole point. Don't give me that crap. Raw after Mania better be good. It better be good. Ben, WWE is a victimhood competition. Could Soruka and Zarya get a shot at the women's tag titles against Lyra and yeah? Even though she's champion, by she I mean Soruka, we still make it that. We still make it. Cena's gonna come out and say, yeah, that's what I said on Twitter. She's gonna be like, hey, you guys hated the match? Good. I'm happy you guys got nothing out of that match. I'm happy it sucked. That was a plan. Boo-hoo. Goodbye. Maybe you'll see me again at Backlash. Maybe. Or maybe it'll be at SummerSlam. Whenever I feel like it, I'll show back up. Goodbye. His goal is to make you guys hate him. You were cheering him last night. You were cheering him. Now the goal will be to make you guys hate the way he's being booked. I'm out of here, folks. See you later. No more appearances from me. We'll see how it goes. The heavy metal Slayer for Priest. That was cool. That was cool for Priest. That was cool. That was a WrestleMania entrance for sure. For sure. All right, folks. Wrapping it up here. Hopefully Raw is good. Enjoy Raw. Enjoy the new year for wrestling for WWE. Hopefully it's good. Triple H, you will never watch this, but step your game up. Step your game up. Your creative is not the best right now. And we need to have a good year of wrestling ahead of us. Please make it make sense, Triple H. If not, I'm going to cry and scream and cry and scream and cry and scream on Twitter all day long, like the rest of the IWC. All right, folks. Enjoy Raw. Hopefully it's all good. I'll give my final rating for all of Mania weekend. Night 1 and night 2 together. Seven. Match of the night. Match of the weekend. EO, Bianca, Rhea Ripley. Kyrie Sane in EO for Evolution. I agree. I like that idea, actually. I like it a lot. That's why I would do it. In fact, assuming Evolution happens, I will do it there. All right, guys. See you later. Enjoy the show tonight. Peace.